everybody. What, little kitty? I'm outside today, and sadly enough, I was excited to see that our raccoons had come back. They had eaten the pork rinds I left, which they love so much. I was just running over to tell my husband he was mowing the lawn, and so excited to tell him about it, to only find that my male raccoon had gotten hit by a car. So sad, very sad, you know. And the idea was to let them go in a more wooded area. However, they had gotten out on their own, and however, knowing he had weight on him is at least a recognition that he was able to survive this long on his own and eat. And it had been weeks, 2 weeks since they'd been here, but I went out and I keep every day check the coop I had them in and left the door open with water. And he just ran over to tell my husband, oh my God, I'm going to put some more pork rinds out for him, to see him there, right? They were my husband's, and he's like, I wasn't going to tell you. I'm like, don't not tell me something like that, but I'll be all right with it, at least I know. So the girl, the female, she's still surviving. So ironically, as soon as I picked him up and went to bury him, this little kitten was in the ditch. About a week ago, there was another cat that followed our other kitty home here from the field, and he's here now eating. But this kitten can't be 8 weeks old. He was in the ditch. And Powder, he come to run to me, and Powder kind of scared me, ran back to the ditch, but I shooed her off. I picked him up, and I brought him in the house. Give him food and water. He's loving. He was evidently in someone's home because he's not a feral cat. However, if somebody needed us to take him in, the worst thing they could have done is just dump him off on the side of the road, which we're on an extremely busy paved road. But I picked him up and I brought him home. And it was just the most ironic thing. I just picked the raccoon up to go home to bury him, and this kitten come running out of the ditch. So for those of you that think, oh, let's just drop off these cats or this kitten by a farmer's house, many farmers would shoot them. So, and/or they get killed in the road, starved to death, killed by dogs. I don't know. I don't care. But just to drop a little kitten this small off on the side of the road in hopes that somebody will take it in is just ignorant. However, I will take him in and take care of him. He was very hungry and thirsty, so rather than I'm not going to just put him out by the barn because there's larger cats. All of our cats are spayed and neutered. And as soon as he's big enough, he'll be taken in and also be altered. And the fact is, right now, he's in here in our entrance. He's got food, water. I set him up a litter box there. And again, it's evident that he's been handled. And somebody just dropped him off. He didn't wander over from anywhere because there's nowhere close to our home he could have wandered from. You coming up, cutie? We're going to name him Oreo. Come here, Oreo. Come on. Yeah. Oh, you're going to get me now? You're going to get me? We'll take care of you. We won't be so irresponsible. No. That's right, Oreo. You're in good hands now. Don't you worry, little buddy. He's been here about an hour. So, for those of you that decide, oh, let's drop him off, they'll be all right, don't do that. It's wrong. But he will be all right. So, best thing is, if you can't handle and keep an animal, first of all, if you are not responsible enough to spay and neuter your animals, which is the first and foremost thing to do to keep from overpopulation, do you realize one cat in its lifetime with the offspring of its offspring and offspring and offspring can produce 1 million cats. And at any rate, if you're not going to be responsible enough to spay and neuter, don't have them. And secondly, just don't drop them off. Oh, they'll be all right. This farmer will take them in. I am taking care of him, but Minnie wouldn't. He's lucky he didn't get killed on the highway. You're on my printer, my fax. But, and again, it's evident he's been in someone's home because he's very social, and he come running right out of the ditch for me. He's a little thin, but I'll be giving the vet a call tomorrow, get him in for a vet check, get him vaccinated, and send him up to get altered. And then he'll be one of the farm cats. Because then he will be outside. Yeah, once he's altered and he's not big enough to be altered yet. He's probably, like I said, about 8 weeks. But once he's big enough to be altered and he heals from that, then what are you doing? What are you doing, you little brat? Come here, Oreo. Come here. So I'm keeping him out here right now. I don't want him anywhere near the puppies. Yeah, I know. You're very sweet, Oreo. See, I just need a chance. Just a chance. That's all I need, a chance. You'll have a chance here, my friend. Alright, well, that's our newest addition. Within 2 minutes of finding our coon passed, after all those efforts, here comes another life that needs help. We're here to help. And my only hopes is that our female coon, that she remain more feral and that she's dependent. And I'm comfortable to know and feeling that at least while they've been gone, they've been able to suffice and survive and eat, and he had grown. So I was happy to see that. And my hopes are she does the same. So here's our newest addition, along with the other cat. He's a large cat. He's grown. He's outside. So I'll be taking him in to get him altered. And when this one's old enough, him as well. And then I'll just add to our barn cats that have free choice feed, live in the barn, and just lounge around. I don't know if they catch mice other than for fun. But that's not the point. But they got all the food they can eat, and they are vaccinated and have their are neutered or spayed, so that you don't have the continual overpopulation problem. So again, last thing to say, if you have an animal, you can't care for it, if you're not going to be responsible enough to alter the pets that you have, don't have them. And if something happens and you have a litter of cats or puppies, if you're going to do anything, take them to the shelter. At least they have the opportunity to be adopted. And worst case scenario, if they do end up having to be euthanized, as sad as that is, they won't suffer. So this little guy, Lucky, what am I, a tree? Silly Willy. That's Oreo. Have a beautiful week, everyone.